I don't think it's just a Tesla story. I think this is just a, age of automation. And if you look at the humanoid robots, if you look at the self-driving cars, they're all going to need to be able to transact. And, one of the best examples is this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. It's actually a multi-decade trend. If you think about your car on a toll road, you used to drive up, stop, pull physical change out of your pocket and throw it into the toll. Then somebody had the grand idea, why don't we just put a sensor on the car? And the Easy Pass was born. Now I can just drive down the road and this new thing that I've attached to my car will actually pay. Eventually, it's going to be built right into the vehicle itself. It's going to have a digital wallet that allows it to transact instantaneously.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction; it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates, and we know Japan is going to start raising rates, and those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto get a pump over the last 2 days as I'm doing this video, slightly pulling back. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to CME. As we see, CME volume and open interest sky high, guys, is like clockwork. And don't forget, we had a new Ethereum spot ETF launch in Australia. Now, I do see us pulling back in stocks and in cryptos, but make sure you're paying attention to the ECB tomorrow. So that'll let us know what type of hit we're going to take. If they don't make a move, markets will have a decent pullback. If they decide to cut, we'll just have a small pullback. But remember, guys, we have the election. They have to keep the markets up. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now pulling back, but that won't last for long. We have the dollar strong, and we know why Japan hasn't made a move. We have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Paxos launches stablecoin payment with Stripe. So Stripe is the first to utilize a new stablecoin payments platform from Paxos. And remember, stablecoins are the foundation of this new economy. And due to smart contracts, they are programmable. And I'm going to get into that now. And then, guys, of course, we have the Fed. The repo at $286 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. Now, make sure you watch the video I did last night. Very important. We had Securitize on CNBC. Now, Securitize and Zero Hash enable USDC to USD conversion for BlackRock's Bitrue fund. And guys, we know how important tokenized treasuries and these stable coins are, because while we see fiat dying, we also are seeing stable coins rise. And because stable coins are rising, they're able to purchase all these treasuries. Remember, one of the biggest treasury buyers is Tether. And with the power of stablecoins, the power of tokenized treasuries, that keeps the central banks in control. If not, Trump would have been exactly right. We'll be in a third world country, but we're going to be in something worse, and that's a video game. Due to tokenization, these robots, algorithms, and drones, these machines will be able to run the economy without a human involved. So what do you do with the useless people? You put them in a video game. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs are up. Now we have Grayscale's GPTC see first 2 consecutive days of inflows for the first time since early June. And yes, guys, you heard that correct. Remember, Grayscale was nothing but the path for BlackRock to come in and take over. Those same outflows, we saw the same inflows go into BlackRock. Remember, guys, this is a game. And then we have Grayscale files to convert mixed crypto fund, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana into an ETF. And we know for a fact that's not going to happen unless, again, they go through the courts because they've already shot down the Solana spot ETF. But by the summer of 2025, all these crypto movies are going to be coming to an end because we know we're going to have legislation. Regulation will definitely be here because the fourth industrial revolution, we know, it's time to build. Now we have Ton blockchain tax Alexar for interoperability push. And if you know how to put this crypto puzzle together, you know it's all going to connect. That's why it's called blockchain. That's why we have Chainlink linking all the chains. And these chains are going to give Swift the all-seeing eye. They'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have Tesla transfers all 760 million of its Bitcoin to unknown wallets. And in Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks, I definitely see a year-end rally. But we know reality is about to come. We get the new administration. We know they're going to be shrinking liquidity because they have to get this deficit under control. And that's the reason why we have BlackRock options that are going to get ready to roll out in the first quarter of next year. Guys, remember, this is a plan that moves in stages. And anytime we receive the crash in the stock market, we see the NWO stocks come back stronger. And the same thing this time is going to happen to stocks and cryptos. They're going to take a beating, but if you understand the fourth industrial revolution, the NWO stocks and cryptos are going to rise like the phoenix. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, So therefore, we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the fourth industrial revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.